name is Leanne Wong, and I'm a chef. After graduating from FCI, I dove headfirst into the culinary scene in New York City, moved to Hawaii in 2013, started my restaurant Kāko Head Cafe in 2014, got married and became a mother to a beautiful baby boy in 2017. Between the restaurant, business, family, and life, I've got a full plate. But you know, I'm always ready for seconds. I'm here on the windward side of Oahu at Kāko Ōiwi Farms. This is one of the farms where I source ingredients for my restaurant, Kāko Head Cafe, and today we're here to talk about the history and the importance of indigenous Hawaiian foods. Standing next to me is Kanakoa Kukea Schultz, and he manages the farm here. If you don't know about kalo, the other word for it is taro root.
So this is one of the varieties of kalo that we have, and this is a dryland mala or dryland kalo. They don't get as big in the wetland, but they're still very delicious and beautiful. Yeah, so you can see cut it right at the base.
So ulu, otherwise known as breadfruit, is one of my favorite starches to use in my restaurant. We've picked this one, super green, and this is good for like making chips. And then the more mature it gets and the more ripe it gets, the sweeter it gets, the softer it gets. At which point we like to take it, steam it, and then we'll make ulu cakes out of it and we'll fry them. You can make ulu mayonnaise, ulu dip. It's just this incredible starch like kalo. It's a complex carbohydrate, so it's really healthy for you. It's great for people who are diabetic. It's perfect for athletes. Again, it's one of those starches that you eat a little bit and it goes a long way for energy.
Okay, we could just right over to those two.
So the wet kalo is super difficult to farm. I mean, it's literally backbreaking work.
So chef, here's our variety we call ka'i or ka'i uli uli. But we use it because obviously in our system we have these pu'e, which helps to keep the soil above the water. Most of this water is all spring fed.
Right.
You can see it's very black, real anoxic, but still very rich in nutrients.
So you have a central root, and then it grows keiki, or little babies.
Yep.
When you cut this, you can replant, correct?
Yep.
And
Stick
so
it right
really, kalo can be generations old, and
Yep.
you just have no idea.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Different families had their kalo for 1,000 years.
Wow. You know, I'm not from Hawaii. I was born and raised in New York, and so to come to a place that has its own established culture before America, it changes what the idea of sustainability really means. Those of you who are visiting Hawaii for the first time, you may have heard about an indigenous Hawaiian food called poi. And poi is actually made from kalo. So what they do is they'll steam the kalo and they'll pound it and they'll add water to it until it gets the consistency that they want. We're here with Daniel Anthony of Mana'ai, and Daniel is actually who I buy my kalo products from.
The first step is actually making it into pa'i'ai. So here we have some pa'i'ai that was made earlier this week, and 1 pound of this will make 3 to 5 pounds of poi.
Right?
And we can see some of those beneficial microbes. If you see those, that's an indication that you did it right.
When I met Daniel 5-6 years ago, I got a group of chefs together and we cooked with this pa'i'ai. As a chef, for me to discover this was amazing because you can slice it, you can fry it, you can bake it, you can steam it. I like to make pasta out of it. All you need to do is re-steam it, pound it, and add water to it to make poi. I always say a little bit of pa'i'ai goes a long way.
The reason poi is so special is because it was a staple food that could last weeks, months, even years without refrigeration in the tropics.
And then this kawena, I mean, I actually use this in my restaurant. We just make cakes out of them and we fry them and serve them with guava jelly and sour cream. And then we're also making our own flour out of this.
It's antimicrobial, it's antibacterial, there's no known allergens.
It's good calories, good starches, good energy, great for people who have blood sugar issues or diabetes. And yeah, it fills you up for a long time. I'm gonna take the pa'iai for the baby. I'm gonna take some poi from the restaurant, and I wanna take some kawena for the restaurant. So we're gonna go make some alohi cakes now.
You're the best
Anytime.
girl.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Thank you.
coming and sharing our story.
Mahalo for your knowledge and sharing. So I start with my fresh kawena, and then all I'm doing is I'm taking a ripe banana. This is such a great dish because it's fast, it's easy, it's gluten-free, and it's something that I think both adults and kids can get into. If you don't want to get your hands dirty, you can use a food processor, or you could use a stand mixer, works really well. Our alohi cakes are one of the dishes that I am most proud of. Farmers like Kāko and practitioners like Daniel Anthony contribute and share their knowledge and historical culture with us, so we in turn may share it with our guests. The next time you're here in Hawaii, you can check out these amazing food experiences that will bring you one step closer to the land, the people, and the food on your plate.